In today's case file, reality begins to crumble for teenager Gina. And it all starts off at her family's beloved fun center. The particulars of her story sound just maddening. My goodness. Okay, let's dive in.
He's Milton from the Department of Paradoxical Incidents, Sector G. Welcome to the Absurd Files, where bureaucracy meets the bizarre.
It's time to get absurd. Something weird happened at the fun center today. My family didn't recognize me. Like, at all. 5 minutes, young lady! God, I'm almost ready! I heard you the first time! I yell down the stairs, vigorously blow-drying my dripping hair. The twins race into the bathroom with me. One hides behind my legs. There's a fight raging over the new action figure. My turn! No! Mine! Boys, out! Mom, I can't get ready with them in here! Jory! Jansen! Come on down, let's get in the car. We gotta get going. The boys continue battling around my knees. I've got fish gummies for you! With a bribe sweetening the deal, they immediately lose interest in the toy and beeline to Mom. I'm so close to just dropping the whole outing, I swear. Not like the family fun center was my first choice anyways. Whatever. That sweet Mom wants us spending time together, I guess. All right, coming down! I yelled to preempt any more nagging. As I reached the bottom stair, it's clear no one heard me. They're already in the car. The eternal bathroom hog finally emerges. Corey takes a jab. Shut up, dweeb. A simple counter for this actual dweeb. We buckled? Dad turns his head partially back. The twins fuss, while the rest nod. Great, who's ready for fun? I sigh intentionally loud. Not loud enough to cut through the twins' cries of, Fun! It's okay. I have plenty more mannerisms of subtle spite to sprinkle throughout the trip. Driving past concrete jungles of strip mall after strip mall, a wide building emerges. It screams out for a new coat of paint through sun-bleached cracks. Vinny's Family Fun Center glows a neon red, but the UN is unlit. I chuckle in my head at the disgusting implication of a Family F Center. I stifle any real laughter so Mom doesn't get the sense I'm having any fun. As soon as we're through ticketing, the twins run off screeching to the brightly colored, germ-infested play structures. Mother hens speed walks in their wake. Boys, one at a time. Don't you dare put that in your mouth! I take the opportunity to dart behind the nearest row of arcade games. Dweebus is already on the only game he plays here, the House of the Dead. Branch out much? I sneer. Whatever, it's the most badass game they have. Quit being lame and grab the gun. He gestures with his head to the red Player 2 pistol. You get one game. I relent and put in my quarters. Skee-ball can wait. Blasting zombie after zombie, we finally reach boss number 1, the chariot guy. While spamming the weak spot on his chest, I can't help but notice something unfamiliar in the background. It's like a crack is forming on the wall behind the boss, but filled with fuzzy TV static. Do you see that? I drop the gun and look at my brother with a cocked eyebrow. The boss? Yeah, keep shooting him. No, dingus, behind the boss. I've never seen that before. I'm pressing my finger to the screen now. The crack is widening, and new seams branch off. It's a wall. Would you focus? I go to punch him in the shoulder, and when I look back, the crack is completely gone. Noise and all. Unblinking, I crane my neck around to adjust perspective, as if this would bring it back. Dude, come on! That was your last life! Quarter up, Buttercup! Whatever, time's up. Must be some kind of glitch anyway. I shrug it off and leave the gun dangling to hunt down my beloved skee-ball. Hey, one more! My brother desperately calls out. But it's too late. The red lane and crisp white rings are calling to me. Something in the satisfying smoothness of the skee-ball and the way it leaves the hand. The rumble as it ascends the lane, launches, anticipation as it flies. Time compresses in my skee-ball trance. After coming within 20 points of my high score in the last 5 rounds, I decide it's time to give it a rest. My ears perk to a familiar brand of screeching. Must be coming from the food court. Meandering over, I put on a severely nonchalant expression. Mom is unsuccessfully trying to persuade the twins to sit down for a pizza slice, but running around in circles around the tables is clearly winning the debate. Silently, I plop down next to Dad. I go for a slice of cheese, but as I close the box, I notice all eyes trained on me. Jeez, what? I roll my eyes and focus on my slice. Can I help you? My dad asks with his best impression of someone who doesn't know me. Very funny, Dad. He looks at Mom and back to me. Maybe, is this one of your friends, Corey? School, perhaps? Never met him. Dingus has the dumbest look of befuddlement. Clever joke. Masterful commitment to the bit, everyone. Now, can we please just get back to pizza? I take one more bite. Still quiet. Even the twins stall their game of tag to gawk at me. Their little beady eyes gleam in the crooks of Mom's armpits. Look, you're welcome to have the slice, but we really need you to move along. That tone. Dad's doing the polite, but serious. You're joking, right? Setting down my slice, I survey the others. Mom, he's joking. I land on her for reassurance. Dear, I'm afraid you're at the wrong table. Is your family here? She's got a contorted look, as if a twitchy, cracked-out local sat in my place. You all hit the bar hard before I got here? I laugh, but it comes out stifled with a sudden ping of adrenaline. The mood won't budge. If this is acting, bravo. You know what? It's okay. We'll just move. Dad nods to Mom and starts picking up plates in the pizza box. I get a few more awkward glances, and they shuffle a few tables away. The twins don't break eye contact with me as they are guided to the new table by Mom's hands. One of them slows, like he's about to say something, but then he just doesn't. Guys? Joke's over, guys. But they don't seem to hear. Looking down at my slice, my stomach buzzes with 1,000 pin needles. What just happened? Sweets! What you doing sitting alone over there? Come join the land of the living! The odd sensation pauses, and I look up to find my mom's familiar, dimpled, cheek-to-cheek smile. The heck was that all about? I smile, eyes wide with my palms up, and shoot frustrated air out my nose. What do you mean? I buzzed your phone a few times. Pizza was ready like 15 minutes ago, hun. At that table? You all acting like you didn't know me? Gina, we've been sitting here at this table waiting. Come on, grab a bite. She motions to the box. No one's gonna address what just happened. I look to Corey and Dad. Yeah, you were sitting over there like a weird loner. Not what I meant, Corey. I ball up a napkin and throw it at his dumb head. Hey. All right, settle down, Corey. Gina, it's fine. Let's just eat and go home. Twins are heading towards Cranky Town, and bedtime is in order. I simmer on an incredulous look for a few seconds. Nobody wants to acknowledge their weird-ass joke? Okay, I guess. We wrap up dinner and pile into the van. The boys are passed out, and I'm not in the mood to talk to anyone, so I put on my headphones. Oblong shadows dance along the side of the road. The waning sunlight warps the figures of the trees further and further, until the streetlights re-illuminate them. When we arrive back home, the two sleeping boys, draped over shoulder, are taken upstairs. Curling up on the couch in the living room, I flip on the television to drown out my anxious thoughts in trashy reality TV. I still can't get over those moments. Maybe just a joke gone wrong, too far and couldn't recover. At least we're home and it seems chill again. Guess I can bug Mom about it tomorrow. Jenny, would you come help change Jory? Coming! Up the stairs and into the twins' room with their rubber ducky wallpaper. Did you just call me Jenny? What? No, Gina. I said Gina. Can you grab this? I pinch the dirty diaper with as little skin on my index and thumb as I can manage. Is everything okay, Mom? Yeah, I mean, better once we get this stinky winky all changed in flesh. She coos to Jory, who returns a smile. Okay, it's just... I know I'm distant sometimes, and kinda not always the nicest, but I love you. Hey, I was a teenager once too, sweets. Trust me, I get it. She sticks on the last diaper strap and embraces me. She's warm. Her vanilla lavender scent quells the storm in my abdomen. I love you too. We move apart, and I sheepishly half smile up at her. Enjoy your show. Try not to stay up too late, okay? Okay, I'll try. I descend the stairs and curl up in my favorite fleecy red blanket on the couch. The light of the TV is the only thing illuminating the room. My eyelids waver with heaviness. As I drift, my eye catches the family portrait beside the TV. It's from our most recent family reunion. Everyone's gathered on the beach and dressed in pastel browns and blues, with the wind blowing clothing and hair. It's not wild or messy, though. Kinda makes everyone look majestic. We're all really embracing each other, like really embracing one another. Everyone seems grateful and genuinely happy to be there together. Our smiles say as much, but in the flickering of the TV light, the eyes don't seem quite like I remember them. They're a bit too wide open or something.
Why are you in my house?
I whip my head up and jolt in my bundle. Dad?
Who the hell are you? Get out!
He's behind the kitchen island, startled into a strange, crooked stance. My insides churn. Mom! Dad's being weird again! I whimper, scooching backwards on the couch. I remove the blanket. A door slams above. Footsteps stomp quickly down the stairs. Lynn, wait! Dad yells. Mom appears and is poised on the last couple of steps, like a cat with raised hackles. One of her hands is white-knuckle gripped around the guardrail. The other is cocked back, stiff against the wall. Mom! Dad's really scaring me. Get out! Her voice rings out, distorted into shreds. I quiver. She's never yelled like this. An intense sensation of pre-vomit washes through my mouth.
Leave, freak!
Dad's voice booms with greater force. He inches forward with a scowl, and I flinch. I look once more to Mom. Not an inkling of empathy or recognition. Run. I have to run. My body moves on instinct. Vaulting over the couch, I sprint towards the front door, slam against the wall by my hanging jacket, and rip it from the hook, tearing a hole in the hood. My hands are shaking violently, and I fumble the handle a couple times before finally yanking the door open, hard enough that an adjacent picture frame crashes to the floor. Don't come back! I'm calling the police! Dad bellows his last warning. I shake my jacket vigorously. The jingle of keys. Fuck yes. As I press the remote button, my dinky little sedan lights up. Gripping my right wrist with my left hand, I steady the key enough to get it into the ignition on my first try. It's almost pitch black, and I narrowly miss the stop sign between my neighborhood and the main drag, not without bouncing up and over the corner of the curb. Without thinking, my right hand digs into my pocket. My phone's light shakily elevates. I dial my most recent call. Gina, what up, girl? Why are you calling so late? I catch my breath in order to speak. Are you okay? Hey, sorry, can I crash with you tonight? Oh no, what happened? You and Raj break up again? Of course, girl, come through whenever. No, it's not that. I'll just tell you when I get there. Okay, well, drive safe. See you so soon. Yeah, bye. I know these streets intimately, but tonight they feel so wrong, misshapen. Each new street-side object revealed in the shine of my headlights startles me, like someone warped them with a funhouse mirror. A wall of rhododendron is the last obstacle between May's house and me. My car creakily bounces up onto her driveway, and I nearly forget to turn the car off before sprinting inside. Oh my God, are you okay? I stare at her for a second, then crumple into her with an uncontrollable sob. She holds me there for a minute, then I regain composure and wipe off her lightly tear and drool-soaked robe. Sorry for the... Don't even worry about it. Gina, what happened? They forgot me. Forgot you? Who? What do you mean? I don't know how to explain it. My family, they just forgot who I was and kicked me out. What? They kicked you out just now? Here, come sit. She holds my hand, fingers laced, and guides me to her living room. I immediately collapse face first into her purple marshmallow beanbag, then twist my body around to face her on the couch. Her aquarium is lit up, and a constellation of lights gently drifts along the ceiling. The whole room is illuminated in soft purples and blues. It's peaceful, If only I could appreciate it in this moment. So, they kicked you out, huh? Why would they do that? I stare up at the mellow lights, processing the preceding events. It's like they thought I was somebody else. A stranger, or I don't know. They yelled, like screamed at me to get out. I don't get it. They thought you were a stranger? I'm just as lost as you. I have no idea. I go on, but another sob emerges to interrupt me. Hey, you're safe here, girl. She goes from the couch to the beanbag and holds me. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna get this all sorted out with him tomorrow, okay? I'm sure it was just a big misunderstanding. You think? Girl, yes. There's no way your parents would actually kick you out. They frickin' love you. And you know what? What? They love the shit out of me too. And when they see us tomorrow, I'm gonna be like, stop messing with my girl Gina and love her! Trust me, it's gonna be good. I chuckle through tears. Promise? Promise. We drift off in the beanbag together for a few. Okay, let me get you set up. Bedtime for me. She gets up and offers me a hand. We walk up the stairs to the landing with all the bedrooms. The guest room is right next to mine, so just holler if you need anything. Thanks, May. You're the best. Love you. Love you, Gigi. Night-night. Gently, she closes the door. The guest bedroom is old-fashioned, with floral bedsheets, lace pillows, and lamps with intricately embroidered shades. Not my style, but the smell is familiar and welcoming. May and I have been besties since we could barely walk, and her family has always had my back. Tucking myself into bed, the crying has left me feeling a little lighter. There's still an ineffable tear in my reality, but I try to block it out, just long enough to fall asleep. Dim light accompanies my bedside table. It's a nightlight sort of night. I stare at the black kittens playing on the scenes in the wallpaper. I stare until sleep inevitably takes me. Sweet sleep. My thoughts flit and flutter to the odd liminal territory of hypnagogia. Nonsensical associations crop up and are scored by warbly sounds with a deep wub undertone, periodically arising. The low pitch vibrates my head. It's strangely salient compared to the other thoughts. Almost real. It grows in strength, tickling the tip of my nose. My eyes open just wide enough as I scratch the tickle to notice a dark patch on the wall. Only, it's not really on the wall. Floating just before it, it stretches into the ceiling, but curves away at the same time. My eyes blink to refresh my vision of the incomprehensible shape. Transfixed, I watch. A heavy sonic pulse widens the levitating black scar. A heaving growl rumbles. It ricochets in my ears from impossible directions. Hideous and crooked, a mangled visage grins from the other side. The door to the guest room whips open behind me. Gina, what's wrong? What's wrong? I look to her and breathlessly point in the direction of the figure in the scar, but it's gone. Deep breaths. I'll go look. She goes to open the window curtains in the direction I was pointing. Nothing. Floating by the wall. It was like a face. She grabs my outstretched hand and sits at the edge of the bed. Oh, okay. Maybe it was a nightmare? Like sleep paralysis type? No. It was right there. I could hear it. This awful, growl. Okay. Her thumb caresses the back of my hand. May, I'm freaking out. Can I sleep with you? She does a double take of my face, then stares out the window. Acting like this, she puts my hand down. It's really no wonder they kicked you out. What? You heard me. You want to know the real reason I let you crash here? My eyes dance around to study her expression. I just wanted to hate watch you while you sleep. May? May's face twists. Her eyes gleam wicked, and the curl of her lips contorts into a sadistic grin. Unnatural. More teeth than I remember. And the only reason I've remained your friend is because of how deeply I pity you. She creeps towards me on the bed. I lean back in kind, unraveling the covers. May, no. I don't see my friend in her eyes. You've always been such a parasite. On the word parasite, May plunges her arm deep into the bed. Insects explode out from the force. Spiders, centipedes, leeches, flies. Some land on my face. I rip the covers from my body and scream, lunging for the door. Run, bug! May yells after me. In 2 strides, I clear the landing. In the dark, I misjudge the steps and tumble the last half of the stairs, crashing into the banister head first. A heinous cackle of sickly pleasure spurs me from behind. Pressing a palm to my dazed head, I tumble outside once again. The driver's side door to my car is already open when I reach it. I glance back at the front door of May's house. Only the hollow, gaping darkness of the interior glances back. Yet, it doesn't feel empty. My little car goes screeching back into the night. Not a coherent thought enters my mind, only a racing meld of subconscious decisions as my hands steer us away from the bad thing. Ripping through neighborhoods, I survey my diminishing options. Do I go to the police? No, they'd think I'm just crazy. And Grandma's a 3-hour drive away. With no one else to turn to, one desperate idea starts making sense. Only one remaining safe haven left. A place recalled from childhood memories. Trees become dense as I traverse the winding roads. Streetlights no longer line the periphery. I can only see what is directly illuminated by my headlights. Finally, a clearing in the trees brings a bit of relief, and the lights of my car fall on the vibrant colors of a playground. Daring no further surprises, I coast the parking lot, meticulously scanning for any sign of life. After 3 or so circles, I'm satisfied enough to pull into the least conspicuous parking space. I turn off my engine and sit with my buzzing head in silence. The only other sounds are that of a hooting lone owl and the trill of frogs. In any other circumstance, I'd find it soothing, but right now all sounds serve to beat my heart faster, and my mind convinces me they're a trick to get me to abandon the safety of my car to investigate. Not tonight. Nothing can force me to leave the sanctuary of this steel cage. Reason has exited my mind, replaced with terror. The black scar, May's face, the bugs. This was beyond some cruel joke, beyond imagining. Making myself as small as possible, I adjust the driver's seat back and curl up in the crevice beneath the steering wheel. It's very uncomfortable, but it feels safer. Yes, the safer the better. My eyes are closed, my brain is awake, and my ears pick up every single subtle shift. It's not sleep, more like primed stasis. In what feels like mere moments, soft light from a rising sun permeates the cabin. Cautiously, I pop my head up in a prairie dog fashion and spy the extents of the park. No one around. The sudden ring of my phone sounds more like an explosion, and I bang my head against the center console in reaction. It's Mom. Hello? My voice croaks. Gina! Oh my God, where have you been? Are you safe? I'm not sure how to answer. Mom, what's going on? Why'd you and Dad yell at me last night? Why'd you kick me out? Yell at you? No, we've been driving around calling your phone all night. We were just about to call the police. I don't understand what's happening. Everyone's acting crazy. Where are you? Can we come pick you up? Sweets? Do you promise, really promise, you and Dad aren't mad at me? No, heavens no. We're worried sick about you, Gina. Okay. It's fine. I'll be home soon. Immediately, I end the call. They sound sincere, but I don't trust her words. Not after yesterday. Still, what am I supposed to do? I'm completely exhausted. I arrive back home, slowly pull into the driveway, and turn off the car. For a minute, I sit watching the front door. Mustering courage, I exit, eyes trained on the house, and walk up. The door is unlocked, so I gradually depress the latch and use both hands to push in and make as little noise as possible. No one in the foyer, and it's quiet. Another deep breath, and I step in. The door clicks behind me. Hello? In here, sweets! Mom's voice answers. Hunched like a frightened animal, I creep through the entry hallway and into the family room. Everyone is seated around the room in chairs and on the couch in a kind of circular formation. Silently, they turn to look at me with pitiful smiles. Even the twins. What's all this? Why is Grandma here? She's seated in a chair by the far corner, smiling innocently. Mom stands next to an empty chair nearest me with one hand tapping the top. Gina, we just need to talk about your recent behavior. What? What do you mean, my behavior? Could this be why they kicked me out? It almost makes sense. Please, sit. She taps the chair once again. There's a sympathetic smile, with a touch of stern communicated through her slightly widened eyes. I acquiesce, but drag the chair a couple feet away before sitting. What the heck is this about? Mom shares a heavy look with Dad, then Grandma, then back to me. Grandma's expression goes neutral. She stares at me with dark eyes. We heard... She stammers, then collects herself. We heard something happened with your friend May. You heard about that? Did she say something? I mean, it was so weird. She just turned on me all of a sudden. Mom crumples into a cry. Hand over her mouth, I stare, my own mouth agape. And apparently, she was found dead this morning. My heart plummets. Head dizzies with swirling vertigo. Did you... dead? No, it can't be. I was just with her last night. I need you to be honest with me. Her voice is steely cold. It pings and hisses. The others sit forward in their seats. Dad is stoic. Grandma's pupils are dilated, nostrils flared. Did you kill May? Staring into her shock-white face, I wonder if I was really just asked that question, if those words really left her mouth. The silence answers. My chin juts forward, and my brow tightens down. Tears well up until they're unleashed. Why would you say that? I would never. Is she really dead? My hands are both hovering at my lips. Gina, if what you say is true, and I hope to God it is, then why did she leave us this voicemail? Fumbling with her phone, she walks towards me. She holds it up to my face. May's distraught voice spills out. I know it's there. I can feel it. Always spying. Playing me like some trapped animal. Those I once knew, deep in my bones. Those closest have started shifting. It's unpredictable, and I can't help but think the schism is growing wider. It doesn't seem like they're choosing this, but I can't stay by them any longer. It's too dangerous, too painful. This thing, it dares to be seen sometimes, peering through these little cracks in the veil, just enough to mock me, to make me feel like I'm going insane. Well, I am. Are you happy? It's so difficult to remember. What was real? I can't bear the not knowing. But there's no unraveling this game it plays. I think I have to go now before it gets worse. This feels like... This is... goodbye. Standing there, tears streaming down, my mom waits expectantly for my answer. May sent that? It doesn't make any sense.
She's not ready to be honest with us. You know what needs to be done.
Grandma cuts in. She's looking up at me with her head tilted down and an almost imperceptible sneer. Mom steps back. Her demeanor is sullen and calmer, determined. Yes, I've already called them. They're on their way. What are you talking about? Who's on their way? The nice folks from the psychiatric facility. They're coming to help you, Gina. Psychiatric facility! Mom, I'm not crazy, and I didn't kill May. What is going on? Dad breaks his silence. Sweetie, please don't make this harder than it already is. We only have your safety in our hearts. Safety? What is this gaslighting bullshit? A knock echoes from the hallway. Dad stands to answer. Mom goes to comfort me with a caress. It's okay, baby. They're gonna save you from yourself. I snap my head away from the patronizing hand. Tell them to leave! I slap my hand on the arm of the chair. Across the room, Grandma smiles with anticipation. I'm not! I ball my hand into a fist and repeat the motion. Heavy footsteps close in behind. Crazy! I slam my fist into the chair with finality. The room goes dark. Everyone's gone. There's a lamp glowing atop a nightstand. A wet, warm pulse tremors beneath my hand. I look down to the arm of the chair where my fist landed. It's covered in blood. It was, a second ago, empty, but the handle of a kitchen knife is now tightly in my grasp. Gina. Raspy and weak, a voice in the dark startles me. May is draped across my lap, looking up into my eyes. Why, Gina? What? No. No. What the fuck? What the fuck? My hand releases, and I cup May's face tenderly. From her face to the wound and back again, my mind still trying to comprehend. Her eyes drift back. No. Wait. I shift and struggle to move her body from my lap to the bed beneath us. As I do, sirens wail in the distance. I manage to shimmy free and position May on the bed. Peering through the guest bedroom window, reds and blues alternate to light up an otherwise pitch-black exterior. I glance again to May, stiffly lying on the bed. Moving to grab the knife, I hesitate, instead choosing to pat her cheek. May, stay here, May. Come on, look at me. Nothing. May stares at the ceiling and beyond, far beyond. My mouth waters suddenly, gut contorts violently. The sirens are piercing now. I try to catch my breath, then stumble across to the window of the master bedroom. A neighbor points up at May's house, saying something to the responding officer. Panic becomes me. My legs carry me to the guest bedroom once more. I'm so sorry, May. I don't know. My hands rip the knife from her stomach. Then I pry open the window by the bed. There's a section of roof protruding below. May and I used to sneak out this way on clandestine nights. Tossing the knife to the lawn, I step out onto the roof and creep to the lowest point before hopping down and rolling to break my fall. Rain patters my head and back. Picking up the knife, I sprint to the tree line of the ravine. A booted thud and splintering wood from the front door of the house kicks me into high gear as I breach the threshold of trees. The vegetation is dense, but my night vision is clear with the sharpening of adrenaline. Branches whip and cut both my legs and face. I barely notice the sting. Several minutes of running, and a familiar rusted guide comes into view. Train tracks. I jog alongside them for another 20 minutes or so until another structure comes out of the trees and looms above. A bridge overpass. One of the regular destinations May and I journeyed to on our secret outings. If only this were one of those nights. The bridge is high above, and underneath each end is a large, terraced hill of concrete that descends at a gradual angle and connects below at the path on either side of the train tracks. I slow down and walk underneath the cover of the overpass, then climb up the terraces until I'm a few away from the underside of its span. Sitting is a minor relief in this onslaught. My whole body vibrates, head swims. No audible sign that anyone managed to track me here. Only the soft thrum of rain and the rapid heaves from my lungs. On the ledge, I shrink my body into a tight ball and hold still. So very still. I can feel the pressure of my own body, and that lone anchor to reality seems to be just enough. A low, quiet vibration. I ignore it. It's just a passing car. This time, it tickles where my body meets concrete. It's just in my head. It's just in my head. third vibration shakes the bridge. A sheer, tearing noise accompanies it. Before me, several terraced levels below, a tall, lanky, and shadowy silhouette stands. Please, go away. There's almost no fight left in my voice, hardly a protest. It steps up one level. What do you want with me? It steps up another level. Faintly humming eyes pierce into mine. No more words. I'm frozen still.
Why are you out here? All alone, young woman.
Its awful words come to me in haunting, echoing voices. Harsh, breathy, gravelly, a reverberant rumble. Makes my mouth taste metal, like blood. I eke out. Please, leave me alone. It ascends another level. Now 2 below where I sit, but its head still towers above me. It leans over and hovers a couple feet from my face. Eyes locked onto me. I look down and to the side, only watching it from my peripheral vision. Tears cascade down my cheek. A pulsating vibration of dread emanated from its form continually presses the surface of my skin. In a mantis-like fashion, it brings up its right hand. The fingers are far too long, with one too many on each hand, and spindly. With its other hand, it pinches the tips of what must be the index and middle finger, then removes a black glove in one excruciatingly slow maneuver. The fingers on its now exposed right hand undulate like a stretching spider. Gradually, it moves its hand towards my face. So close now, I can see the teeth in its curling smile. Shuddering, I remain still, tears streaming. With one spiny finger extended, it gently touches my right jawline. I shut my eyes tightly. It drags the coarse finger up my cheek until just below my eyelid, then lingers. Suddenly, it removes the hand. I open my right eye to anticipate its next move. Drawing its hand back to its face, a long, slender, barbed tongue licks along the surface of the finger that probed my face, coiling itself around each digit. 2, now 3 more eyes begin to shimmer around the first. Just then, it halts for a moment, stops licking, and the eyes shift to its left subtly. It holds like this for a second or two. Then, it trains its gaze back on me with a renewed grin. I shut my eyes tighter this time. I now fully understand May's message. Its game is ending. Goodbye to everything. I wonder if I'm still alive. But the rainfall continues. With an ounce of courage, I open my eyes once more. It's gone. Vanished. Sitting up a bit higher, I look to my left, then right. Just train tracks and the forest. Save for a small, black moving thing appearing from the foliage on the adjacent hillside. I startle with a tiny jump, but its gait and movements are telling. A cat. Before I know it, the cat is mere feet away. With a tiny meow, it cutely greets me. Then it rubs its little body along my shins. Its purrs are welcome, and I reach down to pet its back. Hi, buddy. It meows again in response. After a minute of scratches and pets, it hops up beside me and lays against my thigh. I look down, and the cat meets my gaze with emerald green irises. Its eyes are peaceful and assured. I'm imbued with some peace, too, in that moment. As to not startle it, I lay down very slowly on my side and curl myself around its warm, black fur-covered body. This little guy, my only friend in the world right now. His little purrs are unusually comforting. So comforting, I, almost instantly, pass out. When I finally awake, it's daytime again. I open my eyes, but the underside of the bridge is more white than I remember, and a lot closer. My heart drops in realization of the prior night's events, and I bolt upright. I look down to see the cat, but he's gone, and I'm on my family room couch? My brain skips a beat. Time for gathering thoughts is over, however, as the lock shifts in the front door and opens. I get up from the couch and stand in the middle of the room, drained but ready for anything. Mom comes through the hallway first with Jansen in her arms. She sees my pale face and fight or flight pose. Oh my goodness, are you all right? Bursting into tears, I run to her and embrace the two of them. I didn't kill May. The police are looking, but I didn't do it. I swear. She hugs me for a second, then backs up with concern. Jansen looks at me with wide eyes and a finger fully in his mouth. Sweets, what are you talking about? We were only at Vinny's for no more than 2 hours. No, but we went there yesterday. No, Sweets, the plan was for today. I thought since May couldn't go, you wanted to hang back, right? The tears stop, and I look away, searching my memory for an answer. I guess I remember saying that. Mom sets Jansen down, who runs off, and she hugs me tightly. Sheesh, you must have had some kind of nightmare of a nap. I hug back lightly and stare off into the ceiling. Pulling my phone out behind Mom's back, I check my texts. There's one from this morning. Sorry, can't make it today, girl. Have so much fun. Heart emoji. From May. I let the phone fall to my side and continue my staring contest with the ceiling. The long hug wakes me up a bit inside. Mom pulls back to look at me, her hands on my shoulders, but I continue my stare, oblivious. It's nearly imperceptible, but just in front of the ceiling, a tiny black scar hovers. It hovers, buzzing with static. I cannot make heads or tails of Gina's case. Did she kill May? Was it all in her head? Who was Mr. Tall, Dark, and Not So Handsome under the bridge? Well, one thing is for certain. Absurdity confirmed! The Shepherd Company is actively investigating a potential malevolent force preying on folks' perceptions in Gina's hometown of Harborwatch. An advisory is now active. Harborwatch residents should temporarily evacuate until further notice. If you've got loved ones in the vicinity, please pass along this message. For now, it appears Gina is safe and under diligent watch. But we're just not so sure how far this thing is willing to go. Well, thanks for stopping by the Department of Paradoxical Incidents. Subscribe for future case files and Shepherd Company advisories. See you next time.